Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't mind the hair, it is drying. I gotta get ready while I'm working so we can take the kids to go see Santa because it's almost Christmas time. I posted a few pictures on Instagram and I had a lot of questions about how we went to Zak Bagans Haunted Museum 3 times in 1 month. So I thought I could do a video to sum up all the experiences. The first time we went, I went down to Las Vegas and I met up with my sister and her husband. And me and my husband went, and I primarily only booked it because I wanted to go to the museum. So we just went, we stayed on Fremont Street, which was a whole other experience in itself, but I wanted to be close to the museum because, you know, I was trying to Uber it. We originally did not book the RIP tour, we just booked the regular tour. But I was seeing a few comments on Instagram on the Haunted Museum Instagram page, and they were saying you can now go into different rooms and you can experience the basement, and I was like, I gotta upgrade. So I called and said, can I just upgrade when I'm there? They said, totally fine. All right, we're in line, ready to go. I'm catching up on my episodes of Ghost Adventures. They have TVs outside so you can watch the episodes, kind of get to know what you're getting into if you haven't watched them. I am a die-hard Ghost Adventures fan, so I have seen every episode probably more than once. Lately, they've been in Utah a lot, and I'm like, oh, I just want to investigate with them so bad. The weekend of September 6th was my first time going, and you checked in. All right, so you checked in with security, you did your paperwork, and I think they took you to a chit-chat with the security guard. He was amazing, by the way. All the staff members are amazing that I've encountered. Like, Zak does a great job on hiring. Kudos to you, Zak. So we're talking and we're underneath the thing, and I kind of see something shoot up. Granted, we're only there like 10 minutes on the property. And I'm like, I'm seeing things. So I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to look crazy. So we're in line after we were chit-chatting. He was giving us some experiences that he's had. Some things that follow him home. But, you know, he said he loved working there. It was an amazing place to work. And he chose to work there, so he can't complain about anything that happens to him from working there. So they have everybody separated 6 feet apart, and you can only go 6 people at a time into the tour. I guess they used to do more people. I don't even know how that's feasible because I think 6 people was a lot. We had 4 ourselves in the first room, and she's just kind of explaining little things. I'm more listening this tour because I wanted to know all the different history of the artifacts and things like that. So she's going over everything, and she doesn't mention where she's sending my group. My group is in the further wall, and she tells us, go ahead, go into the first room, and we'll kind of rotate out. I don't know what's in the first room. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but next thing I know, I walk into a room full of dolls everywhere. And I don't like dolls. My children are not allowed to have dolls here, so I'm sorry for their little girl childhoods, but there's no dolls here. Thankfully, my 7-year-old is also creeped out by dolls, so it's fine. I just know things attached to dolls, and I don't want that negativity in my house. So she sends us in there. Automatically, something over here falls down, starts moving. There's some dolls over here that me and my sister are looking at. I am stuck at this doll in the center. I don't know what room we're in. She didn't give us any information. She just said, you're the RIP tour, go in there. I'm stuck at this doll, and I instantly feel like I need to throw up. I don't know what doll it is. It doesn't look like any of the dolls that I've seen on an episode of Ghost Adventures, and I'm feeling really nauseated. I'm like, what is going on? Finally, after this doll over here also keeps moving, I told my husband, get me out of here. Like, let's go. I'm done. I said goodbye. Thank you. Let's go. So I go out there and ask the tour guide, hey, who's that doll in that case? I'm like, can't keep my eyes off of her. She feels like she's like sucking me in. She's like, oh, that's Gretchen. I was like, oh, that makes sense. I had seen her on TV, but she didn't look the same in person as she does on TV. So that is why. So we're continuing the tour. I definitely recommend, if you're going, to go ahead and upgrade to the RIP package. It was by far amazing. More rooms, more experiences. It was just, definitely do the package, but seriously, every time I've gone, I've upgraded because each time you go, you get a different experience. A different tour guide explains things differently. It's just amazing. The rooms in the front part of the house, it was kind of more informational. We made our way through the museum. She was giving us different things. We did go in, so I had seen a lot outside that people got sick in doctor's office. I didn't feel anything in the doctor's office. Pretty much our first visit, not a lot happened. A little bit happened here and there. When we went into the serial killer room, tour guide had told us, oh, hey guys, go stand over there by Ted Bundy's case. And I jokingly said, oh my gosh, send us in there because we're from Utah. and from inside of the glass. And that was kind of a little startling because I wasn't expecting that. But I did joke around and I probably shouldn't have done that. Alright, so the very first experience I had, we were standing in the hallway and the tour guide was giving us an explanation of a celebrity who used to live there, and she's explaining everything before we go in the basement. So we have masks on. You know, the masks go behind your ears. So I'm standing there, and I'm standing where a wall connects. So it's like in a corner. It's just me and my husband, and my sister and her husband are over here, and the other two people are more over there. So I feel like my hair come out like this from behind my mask. So, okay. And I told her, no, I think my hair was just pulled. My husband just felt like he got bit. And she's like, yeah, I noticed something a little funky going on over there. So I just wanted to check on you. She's like, you're not the first people to experience that. So I don't think the people we went with, the people we went with did also have the RAP tour. So we're going in the basement. I make them go first. I'm not about that business. So we're going down there. We turn the corner and we walk down the hall. Oh, there's different words coming through. My sister's talking to it. It said hello, I think, to my sister. I'm like, I'm not talking to you. I just wanted to kind of get the flow and the feeling of what was going on. Anyways, next thing I know, the spirit box says, run. Like, very loud, very long. It, like, when I wasn't expecting it to be that long. So I said, okay, thank you for your time. I'm out of here. Deuces. So the other couple had already started walking back upstairs. They were done. I think the lady was creeped out. I told my husband, let's go. My sister and her husband stayed down there still talking to it. So I walked upstairs and I told the tour guide, yeah, that thing told me to run. And she said, that's exactly why I won't go down there. Every time I go down there, that thing tells me to run. My sister was getting like sentences and goodbye. I don't know. So that's the first thing that happened. Besides getting very sick in Gretchen's room, and that, nothing else really happened on the first visit. My husband did get sick in the Dybbuk box room, so my husband is really a skeptic. He doesn't quite believe in a lot of that stuff, even though his house in California is haunted, and he likes to leave me in the bedroom there a lot. So fast forward a little bit, we get back to Utah, and I see Zak Bagans had posted that he had opened flashlight tours. And I was like, what is a flashlight tour? So I look it up. I'm so excited. I tell my husband, let me go look at tickets real quick. We're going to this. And he's like, we just got back from Vegas. This is like maybe September 27th. So we literally, from September 6th to the 27th, we just got back from Vegas. So I told him, this is going to be like a once in a lifetime opportunity. We're never going to get this opportunity again, probably. I don't know if he's going to open it up. It just said limited flashlight tour. So we booked it for October 16th. It was a Friday. I booked I think it was 11:30 p.m. Haunted flashlight tour. So my brother comes and says, I just bought us all the tickets to the tour for Friday at noon. Well, here's me. I got extremely sick in my ass. So I was a little nervous to go twice within 12 hours. So from September to October, he did open a few new things. So he had opened the Joe Exotic exhibit, and he had made his gift shop bigger. So when we went the first time, the gift shop was extremely small and you couldn't really get around it. And I wanted to shop. So they ask you while you're in line, have you been here before? I'm like, yeah, we were just here earlier this month. And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, yeah, and we'll be here again tonight for the flashlight tour. My brother just wants to get an experience. So I already know what's going to go on so I already thought I knew everything that I knew with the museum from taking the tour the first time. However, no. I think you can go multiple times and always find something new, or the tour guide tells you something new. I feel like it's just always a different experience. And I was so thankful for that because I was like, oh, I'm really going to go again. I just went. No, I was wrong. I could go every day, every weekend, and I would be so satisfied. So we go in there and we have a new tour guide, and I'm excited, and we go into the first room again, and I'm just like, I already know what they're going to say because I was just here, but she had a lot more information than the previous tour guide. I figured it was all like scripted and everybody kind of just told you the same story, but no. And I did see a lot more things in the museum the second time than I had totally missed the first time because I was either focused on this or focused on that. So I was like really looking around. And again, We did have a few more experiences on the second tour. So Gretchen again in the doll room totally got to me. Again, that boy doll, he really got to me. So this time, I didn't really experience anything the first time besides in the doll room, my husband in the Dybbuk box room, and just my hair pulling in the hallway. So this time we go into the doctor's office. That was weird. So this time we go into the doctor's office room, and immediately I am nauseous. I am dizzy. I hang on to my husband. I don't feel right at all. Not at all. I'd felt the same thing the first time and the second time with Gretchen. I'm like stuck on her. Her eyes is kind of like... Some of the stuff he has in there is just creepy in itself. So you just get bad juju vibes looking into that stuff. But besides that, nothing else. We did go in the basement again because we had the RIP tour. So I sent him down there. We're going around the corners. I tell my brother, don't step in the pentagram. That's just me, but he lives with me. So I don't want none of that juju coming home with me. Get out now. And I'm like, you don't got to tell me twice. So I told my husband, I'm out of here. Like, we were hearing things in the hallway downstairs. The thing was saying to get out now. I was just like, I'm done. I said, thank you for your time. And I went upstairs. And I had told the tour guide, it's so odd that the first time we went, it told us to run. This time it's telling us to get out. So the tour guide did mention, well, take that as a good sign, because you have to remember, if it's telling you to run and get out, it doesn't want you in its space. If it's telling you to stay, you should be worried. Now remember that statement for the flashlight tour.